is
Welcome
real.
back, everybody. We've got the finals here. Kevin Liao on Esper Delver, Kyle Koeppe on Abzan. We tried to get Farrell, but he decided he wasn't going to play for you.
He'll make an appearance
because he doesn't like his followers enough.
During this match. He just wants to leave the fans hungry.
Yeah, he wants them thirsting. He wants them thirsty.
Is Esper Delver, or is this, like, maybe I haven't been doing my due diligence. Maybe I'm wrong here.
No, it's the kids who are wrong.
It's the damn kids.
Esper Delver is not a real thing. But
okay,
here we are.
Well, I mean, there's certainly enough cards that you could, like, figure this deck out and put it together.
Yeah, there are 4 Delvers, and there are at least 56 Esper cards. Here we go. For those of you who have been wanting Mike Farrell, even though he will not appear in the match, he will look at you longingly from the side of the match.
Yep, there's a Farrell.
Turn 1 Delver from Kevin. We're going fast and furious. I like this one.
Here's what we're going to do. Best haiku about Farrell's goatee is going to win a prize.
What's the prize?
1 pack of Ixalan.
1 pack of Ixalan. Hand-delivered by Mike Farrell.
If you could find Mike Farrell, I will make sure he has it on him. So, haikus about Mike Farrell's goatee.
I'm kind of jealous I'm not in the chat.
So
I come up with some pretty sick haikus about Mike Farrell's goatee.
Listen, I'm 1,000% sure you can't write a smashing haiku.
Yeah. Turn 2 Scavenging Ooze from Kyle after a now dead Delver. Pretty strong follow-up, especially against these tempo decks, which I'm sure the Delver is.
Yeah, I imagine Kyle's discard is at a premium here.
Yeah, the discard's nice. All of, like, Fatal Push is just insane in this matchup, I'd imagine.
Right.
We probably have some number of Lingering Souls.
The path. All right, we're getting an ask to repeat the contest. So, just in the chat, just post your best haiku about Farrell's goatee.
Best haiku about Farrell's goatee wins a pack of Ixalan, hand-delivered by Mike Farrell.
If you're going to be in Cincinnati on October 20th.
If you come up and find him.
21st, whatever.
Otherwise, it'll be hand-delivered by your postmaster.
Not even.
It'll be hand-delivered.
It'll be hand-delivered if you can get yourself to me.
Oh, we're going to mail it.
Will we mail it?
Yeah, we're going to mail it. Come on.
All right, you're in charge of that.
What is this? Some kind of Bush League?
Rinky-dink.
Rinky-dink production? No, this is the Top Deck production, son.
Really just all the production that's at the top of the deck. Let's see what the top of the deck produced for Kevin Liao. Any good ones coming in? Any readable ones?
Shoe Seal needs a little bit of a lesson in using the space bar appropriately.
Or what a syllable is. Sometimes I mess them up because I think a word has more or less syllables than it actually has.
Yeah, I think that's just you. But
all right, well, the whole, like, sounds part of English, like, I just don't get at all.
You don't get sounds.
So, like, for example,
you speak very clearly for a deaf person.
No, but for example, like the word prescribed versus prescribed, like those are 2 different words.
Yeah.
But like if I'm not they sound the same to me, so like I have a hard time differentiating between the 2.
Okay.
And spelling them correctly. And choosing the right vowel when I'm spelling a word is just impossible.
Inquisition of Kozilek is going to have a Snapcaster page here.
That's what I mean when I
don't know what this flip card is.
It's probably a Delver of Secrets.
Probably.
We're just foregoing. Is that a Tombstalker?
That's a Tombstalker.
That card has Delve.
That card does in fact have Delve. That's very true. We're going to make some spirits. We're going to eat some lingering souls.
Alright, so we have a... Kevin could trade off all the spirits and the Delver for the one threat that Kyle has.
Well, no, because he has creatures in the yard, so this threat is just going to outgrow
Oh, does
all.
he have more creatures?
Oh, we're going to read the haikus. We're just giving it a little bit of time. Oh, there we go. Shoes has corrected his formatting. Okay, so I'm going to read a couple of these when we get to sideboarding.
All right, so...
Don't want to detract from the match any more than
the Dark Confidant.
Farrell's magnificent countenance is already doing.
All right, Kevin almost scried that card. So you know when they have a Delver and they look at the card?
Yeah.
And it's, you know what I mean? They're not showing it to you.
Oh, here's a Lily. Lily eats Dark Confidants. Full breakfast. Kyle's stuck on 2 lands.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That Confidant was going to feel real good. Not too unfortunate. Still have all these. Abrupt Decay. He just got action for days. He doesn't need lands.
Yeah, he's going to attack Liliana. Kevin's going to block it, and then he's going to get to Abrupt Decay Liliana anyway.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's got a ton of action. Kevin needs this Delver to flip at a minimum in order to get himself in this game.
Going down 9 to fetch. Not interested in this top card of his library, I'm assuming. Isn't it against the Twitch terms of use to have porn on your channel? So while this picture may have the same effect on you as pornography, this does not actually classify as pornography. So I think we're safe.
Yeah, I think any Supreme Court justice could look at this and know it to not be pornography. That's the test. I know it when I see it. Right?
I guess. I guess that's a thing. Oh man, this Lily is gonna eat some souls up.
Oh man, yeah. These souls are not long for this world. They're gonna put the Lily back down to 1, but then it's, you know what I mean. It's gonna win the fight eventually.
Absolutely.
And Kevin is just way behind.
Did he finally draw an instant or sorcery that would have flipped the Delver?
I don't know. I can't keep track of that kind of stuff.
You can't even keep track of it.
I know. It's just it's disheartening.
Red Baron, you'll be happy to know that Matthew Manier thinks yours is the best so far. Luckily for everybody else...
Alright, he's scooping them up.
Luckily for everybody else, he is not the judge. So we're going to get to some sideboarding. I don't know what they're sideboarding in or out. Who cares? Here's some haikus. The Best Bean 1000. It says, short, red, goatee there. Looks like a small eraser. It should be shaved. It's pretty good.
That one is not very generous to Farrell, however.
Look, Farrell can stand to be taken down a couple notches. That's fine.
All right.
He is a forgiving man. Shoes Seal says, Poet wears goatee and tilted black beret hat. Both removed at night.
Okay, I like that one.
It's pretty solid.
That's actually a very good IQ.
Red Baron MTG says, commentary needs hype, love, and explanation, or Farrell's goatee.
That's not a bad one either.
We've got some good ones. We'll give it to the end of this round before we make a decision in case anyone else wants to jump in here, but I've got an idea of who I think is in the lead as of right now.
Yes, I have a very I have an opinion as well.
Oh, you have an opinion? Be sure to remind me to berate you for it. So on to some actual sideboard discussion. Kevin Liao is probably just rethinking his deck choice. Kyle is probably streamlining some removal. I don't think he really needs to do anything.
Yeah, I think this matchup is probably, I mean, short of seeing the really efficient counterspells from Kevin in Spell Snare and Spell Pierce, I don't see Kyle having a problem with this matchup. If we're just gonna like trade threats and removal, Kyle's gonna come out ahead on that one. His threats are better, and his removal's roughly on par.
His removal's way better.
Well, he doesn't get the Snapcaster effect of being able to like recast everything.
He gets the Bob effect of being able to draw his deck. Doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
So, Kevin here, his real chance at winning this is going to be flip a Delver on turn 1, hope Kyle doesn't have the Fatal Push.
Right.
And then sit behind like a wall of discarding counter magic to keep Kyle from being able to effectively remove that Delver. And just riding it to the victory.
Ride it on to the sunset.
Yes, sir. Before we get started on this one, we got another entry here from We Want Feral. Like his many decks, it's got red, it's dark, however, the green comes and goes.
The green comes and goes.
As it often does. The Best Bean 1000 has added an additional entry, although not really about, I guess it's kind of about Feral. Berate opinions, completely ignore this match, talk about goatee.
It's a pretty decent summary of what we've done here.
It's not far off. Kyle going down to 7. Kevin seems content with, Kyle going down to 6. Kevin seems content with his 7. Kyle going down to 6 is probably, it's going to take 5, but one way that Kevin can really force a win through here.
Yeah?
Yeah. So it's going to come down to like trading resources, whether you're trading Delvers for removal spells or counters for removal spells or removal for Abzan creatures. This is going to come down to some attrition.
You got a keep and a scry on top, and we're off. So no Delver. Let's see where Kyle leads here.
Yeah, no Delver, no discard. Kevin's probably gonna lead with a Thought Scour. Looks like we're gonna get a Thoughtseize to see what's up. I see a Path, a Snapcaster, 2 Thought Scours, a land, and a Tasigur. And Tasigur is the choice. Looks like there's a Delver there too.
Yeah, he was much more interested in Thought Scouring himself on this first turn.
Yeah, so being able to set up a turn 2 Tasigur is a huge deal.
Yep.
And Kyle's discard just put a stop to it.
Right.
And something as innocuous as that is choosing the wrong horse to bet on turn 1 could be all it takes for Kyle to run away with this.
Sure. Although Tasigur, I think, is a human creature type, not a horse.
Oh, I see. Easy to mistake the two. Well, with centaurs and all.
Yeah.
Thought Scour, we're going to see a Snapcaster and a push at the bin. Push is a good one. Draws an island off of it. And then Watery Grave for turn.
An additional land draw. That's pretty good. Seeing as how he was on 1 land, coming up with 2 lands on 2 draw opportunities, pretty solid.
Serum Visions.
Seas of Plains.
Serum Visions may be what I thought the Delver was. You might not have had a Delver.
Yeah, he's playing the flip card, so...
Oh, sure.
Oh, man, and pushes them both to the bottom. Man, that Serum Visions... Would you either keep them both on top or push them both to the bottom? I feel very good about a Serum Visions. Because it like either you already have the cards, which is preferable, but churning through those 2 cards really feels great.
Putting them both on bottom is a much more powerful play. Not always the right play.
You're right. I mean, sometimes you're just looking at your back-to-back best draws. Like, these are both fantastic. We'll keep them.
Keep them both. Draws a Lily. Gotta imagine that's coming down, and here it is. Taking out the greatness.
This is the second time we've seen...
The cost was too high.
Dark Confidant responded to with Liliana, the Last Hope, which then gets responded to with Abrupt Decay, hopefully.
It may just be this Goyf.
The Goyf's probably...
So here's the issue with Goyf. He knows Kevin has a Snapcaster in hand and a Fatal Push in yard.
Mm-hmm.
So if you play a Goyf, it's just going to get ate up. Unless you also have a removal spell to go along with it, then it's real nice.
Sure.
Or, I'm sorry, a discard spell, not a removal spell. Show me Inquisition Goyf. 3 mana, a Lily of my own.
Wow.
Wow. So this is actually a great play. It puts pressure on Kevin to pressure Kyle's Lily with this Snapcaster.
Right.
Which simultaneously gives Kyle an opening to resolve his Tarmogoyf and not have to worry about getting snap pushed. Down to 2.
Okay, that's interesting. So we see a Delver go in, and Tasker's going to be the choice to come back.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, here goes five of the bad ones.
5 of the bad ones, keeping the Fatal Push, obviously.
And
so now we still have to contend with this Snapcaster Fatal Push. Oh, but he drew the other Lily. This is a huge deal. How about a Deprive? How do you feel about that one? Let's not forget to plus our Lily here.
Isn't that an additional cost on the Deprive? Is there, what's the...
Return a land to your hand?
Okay.
Alright, so this Tasigur is going to swing for 2.
Yep.
Not the end of the world for Liliana, but...
It's not 0. Yeah, Deprive's an interesting one there.
Yeah, it was a strong play, although like a Mana Leak would have done the same thing.
Sure.
Probably would have been better. Alright, so Kyle's actually at 9, not 7.
Alright. He's going to untap. Now Kyle's...
Man, he drew an Elspeth Sun's Champion. That card would be so good here.
Oh, if he gets this, if he gets a 6 mana and gets to resolve that thing...
Go for the throat, your Tasigur, he says.
Yep, finds a throat. Snapcaster, Deprive.
That's actually not bad here. You get the Tasigur out of the way. Your Goyf is probably going to be able to outgrow this Tasigur, especially with a Liliana the Veil in the yard.
Right.
Plussing Lily.
And we've already got Kevin pretty committed to attacking Kyle.
I just want to point out that it was not me who got rid of the Feral Face.
Yeah, that's not... There we go. We're back.
All right, now we're back. Okay. I didn't want an angry mob attacking me.
All right, so Kevin's changed tactics here. He attacked Liliana this time.
Yeah, I don't know what would have made him change the game plan. I think he kind of realized that the 2 damage return wasn't going to do it.
Right.
Here's a Goyf. Now this Goyf is definitely going to be able to profitably block the Tasigur.
So we probably instant sorcery, land, planeswalker, creature makes 5. Is there any artifacts?
Can we there's no artifacts. Can we confirm how big this Goyf is?
5, 6?
5-6 it is.
5-6. So Liliana takes it down to a 3-5. And that's still big enough to block.
Not big enough to kill.
The Tassiger, which would be a 2-4.
Just a wee giant spider.
Yeah, 2-4, yeah. You had some big butts rolling around out there. Cannot lie.
Yes, his face is still up there. Came down for a little bit and then went back up.
Just had to adjust. All
right, so we've been told that Farrell's face has come down because that's all you get for $1. Apparently, is 1.5 games
is that a zealous
of Farrell
persecution
face.
that just hit the bin?
Looks like it. That's a pretty good one if you're going to fight a Soul's Mirror.
Yep. All right, so he is minus to Liliana so that he can get back the Snapcaster Mage, which turns on his Fatal Push. And that'll make all the difference.
Snap Push seems great. And now we're going to get to swing at probably Lily for 2 again. I can't imagine. Yeah. Can't imagine hot potatoing this attack.
Right, going back and forth and back and forth. Alright. More land for Kyle.
Well, he needs it. He's got cards he can't cast in hand.
Right.
He also needs some gas. It's an awkward place to be.
So he sees the writing on the wall for Liliana and minuses it to get back the Tarmogoyf.
Very reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
I think he also hit a Lingering Souls.
Yeah, that would really shore up the board nicely here if he could.
Well, Kevin also has Spirit Tokens, so, I mean, it's not insane, but...
Well, no, but it turns off... it makes it so Snapcaster Mage can't attack back.
Sure.
The Liliana would take 1 down, but you would certainly have the opportunity to attack back at Kevin's Liliana.
The old crackback.
Oh man, Kevin just has a million cards in hand. Interesting.
Alright, we want to make sure this Goyf sticks around. So we've got a Delver, Brutality, Godless Shrine, Thought Scour in hand. Opinions about Death Shadow Jund. I prefer the Jund flavor of any treat like a Death Shadow.
Here's another path off the top.
Seems good. And here is a get you for 2. That should do it for this game.
Yep.
But it is definitely not as good, unfortunately. Like having access to the blue for Thought Scour to be able to turn on early delve creatures is a huge deal.
Right.
So as we sideboard here, what was your favorite haiku?
The second one you read.
You couldn't remember the name?
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Couldn't even remember the name.
Yeah, I'm not very good at anything.
So the second one was Shoe Seals. Poet wears goatee and tilted black beret hat. Both removed at night. That one was your favorite?
That was my favorite.
Oak Tree 27, thank you for the follow. So I am going to have to agree with Mike Farrell himself.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did Farrell have a preference?
Farrell had a preference. And he likes Red Baron MTGs.
All right. Well, Red Baron wins 1 booster pack of Ixalan.
Hand delivered from Mike Farrell if you come to Cincinnati on the 22nd.
Yep, the contest is over. There's no more haiku submissions. And
rigged.
Yes, it's rigged against people that are not in the chat.
It is very rigged against people that are not in the chat. And against people that are being occupied on the camera.
Well, by being on the camera, they are, by definition, not in the chat.
Not necessarily. They could have electronic devices out and be just showing the DCI what for.
So has Red Baron talked about whether or not he's going to be in Cincinnati on October 21st and 22nd?
Yeah, I don't know. He's spamming the chat right now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's real excited.
Good. 1 booster pack of Ixalan.
It's something to be excited for.
Listen, opening booster packs is one of my favorite things to do in life.
In life. It looks like we're resolving some mulligans here. Red Baron, are you going to be in town for the Cincinnati SCG? Oh, we're already resolved mulligans. So turn 1 Shambling event for Kyle. I imagine being on the play is much better for him.
Concur.
Red Baron is in Washington State and will not.
Well, he's going to run out the 0-1 Goyf. I like it.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about bolts. Who cares?
Yeah, and now Kevin's Thought Scour is a liability. All right, here we go with... wait a minute, is he escalating it? He could mess it up by escalating it.
True. I don't think he is.
Okay, because if he escalates it and discards like two cards, like a land and in an instant.
Yeah, like a Tarfire and Solemn Simulacrum. He could really mess that up.
He could really screw the pooch on that one. Here's Bob, and we're going to find out how great and what the cost is.
It looks like this Bob's sticking. That's very bad for Kevin.
Concur. He's hunting hard for a removal spell. I think he just put one of the Lilianas on top.
Very nice.
So we got oh no, it was a Fatal Push.
Not sticking after all, and that's very good for Kevin. Bob
he did a lot of work to get to that Fatal Push, though.
Yeah, and that's fine. You do whatever it takes to keep that Bob off the board.
Sure. All right. Here's more.
Here's
more
a Goyf. Yeah, we're following it up thread after thread after thread. This one's much larger than a 0-1. Hopefully Kevin has a Snapcaster. Which is the better Snapcaster mage art? That's not even a real question.
Yeah, the original art is fantastic.
Yeah, the original art is very good.
Sadly, the promo art is the worst.
Why is that sad?
Of the 3, because I would love for the promo art to be the best.
Sad for you.
Sad for me.
Not for anybody that matters.
Oh, John. John doesn't think I matter. He's such a kidder.
He's such a kidder. If we could get the person running the stream out there to grab some information from Red Baron so we can ship him a pack.
Yeah, please do not post your home address in the chat.
The best being 1000 has a late entry. You rigged this contest. My haiku was the very best. Hashtag beard envy. That's fair.
My haiku was the very best. Okay.
So the best Bob art, I also prefer Skrillex, honestly.
Is that the OG art or
No,
the new art?
The new art.
I like the original art.
Bob Marr is not Skrillex, but the new Bob art is. Ooh, some souls. Jeez, this is very good for Kyle. Overwhelming the board with bodies, pathing a Goyf.
Oh man,
Don't
Kyle
even care.
Kyle has 6 lands to play. If he draws Elspeth Sun's Champion, he can cast it. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I think that card is fantastic.
Other things Kyle could draw and cast. Massacre Worm?
Listen, we know that he has...
Worm Coil Engine.
No, but we know that the Sun's Champion
Death
is
Cloud
in the
for
deck.
3. Death Cloud for 3?
We don't know that that's in the deck. We know the Sun's Champion is in the deck.
Oh, I see.
I'm just a big Sun's Champion fan. I'm glad that these...
Wow, Kevin has the Zealous Persecution. That's going to be so good here.
Yeah, it will be pretty backbreaking.
And hits another Lingering Souls on this Thought Scour. Man, this is the perfect answer for Kyle's board position.
I think... Alright, we got a follower. Casey Kidney Lebanon. What? You guys are ridiculous. I don't even know.
You're all ridiculous.
You guys are all silly. So he's going to sandbag the Zealous Persecution until he has the majority, as many souls impossible in play as possible, so that he might just be able to like swing all at once.
I think that's a pipe dream with Kyle at 19, but you never know. See what Kyle's draw here was.
No, he's picking up a lot of land. The Shambling Vent comes over.
That's a really good hedge for Zealous Persecution.
Yeah, I mean, it was in the graveyard last game, so Kyle knows about it theoretically.
He knows it exists, and he was exclaiming that he doesn't want to get blown out by it. So,
It's true.
I assume he realizes he's about to get blown out. Kevin already has Zealous Persecution in hand.
Yep. And he's in his draw step, rolls up the sleeves.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm wondering where Kevin's head is at right now. I mean, there's a lot of considerations here. He obviously knows the Zealous Persecution line has to be... It has to happen this turn, I think.
I mean, you're getting 8 points of damage in, wiping his board, all for the low cost of 2 mana. But wait, there's more. You still have 4 mana to add to your board presence or keep up for counter spells, removal, whatever else is in your hand.
Right, literally whatever else you want to do. So I'm wondering where the whole line. So a lot of times you get excited. You'll get this like great play, but you have to figure out the whole line. You have to figure out the whole turn in context.
The whole shebang.
In context as to what's going on, what Kyle could possibly respond with.
What the question in chat is, what did Farrell get for splitting at 3-0 and then 3-0-1? Purple Anteater, thank you for the follow.
I think it's 1750.
1750, so like 20 and 15.
Yeah.
I think it's 20. I think it's 25 and 15, honestly.
I could be wrong.
So we're going to path one of these in response.
Oh, because the...
Yeah, he was going to get it anyway.
Right.
Yeah, so I think it was 20. We want Feral. Nick Jackson, thank you for the sub. He's got another Zealous Persecution too. Holy smokes.
Yeah, Kyle does not have a lot of draws out of this situation.
Well, he's got this Shambling Vent. And he's got a license to kill, so let's fire it up and get it in there.
Yeah, I mean, he could theoretically race here.
And a
He was
Goyf.
ahead a little bit. This Goyf is real.
The only card in Kevin's hand is a Zealous Persecution, which doesn't do much to stop this.
And this Goyf is large and in charge. I believe it's 5. Do we not have a Planeswalker in the bin?
I think we don't have a Planeswalker yet. Yeah, it's still a 4/5. Unknown draw from Kyle. Shambling
Here's the
Vent.
attacks.
Come across. We're gonna get to Zealous Persecution and need one of these guys, but
yeah,
not
I mean,
both.
Yeah, you still have a lot of like awkward blocks. So this is actually good for Kyle. I mean, I don't think Kyle can put him on a 3rd Zealous Persecution, so this makes
Future Soul's very good.
Future Lingering Souls draws very live. Also,
Do we have no blocks? We just use it to shrink the team?
Elspeth's Son's Champion is becomes very good. So I would have at least put 2 on the Goyf to early. You could probably use them all to block the Goyf.
Oh no, he just put 1 on the.
Oh, that's interesting. See, because you could have put 2 on the Goyf to kill it. It would become a 3/4 to your 2/2s. You could have had the whole shooting match there.
Here's a Delver.
Here's a Delver of secrets. We're gonna see what kind of secrets we know.
Fired up the Shambling Vents and getting in there. A whole smorgasbord of 1/1s on the defense.
Yep, just
chumping the Goyf. We've abandoned the offense in favor of sitting back. I guess hoping for like a Tassiger or anything. Oh, we're depriving this Lily. Don't get ahead of yourself with your targets there, Kyle.
oh man, he
Slow your roll.
Kevin knew where the target was. He's all right. Let's check this. See
Slow
if it's
your
an
roll.
instant.
We've got a no button.
The thing flipped the Delver.
So
you had
that'll
another
do-
turn to block. Well, that's the show.
That'll do it. We had an exciting one, a little bit anticlimactic because I feel like Kevin had a little more action, a few more chances at action at least. Wasn't happy with it, so calling it quits early.
I want to thank all of our poets, all of the scholars.
Yeah, all the poets, all the scholars, all the trolls for coming out and really giving us what for tonight.
Yep.
We had a fun one.
All right, so we'll be back tomorrow. We've got standard action.
I will be back tomorrow playing standard.
I
won't be doing commentary, but you may see me.
But on the channel, we'll have some standard action. Thursday night, we'll have more modern action.
Friday night we'll have more modern action.
Tune in at I don't know exactly what time. 5:30. You'll have Jake Valentine doing his.
I think it's 6:30.
His
still.
hot takes. Is it 6:30? Jake Valentine doing the hot takes?
It might be 6.
Whatever?
I don't know. Just come. Oh my God! There's somebody on camera.
Oh
Who
my
is that?
God! Farrell's on camera. I don't think the show can get any better. We have to end it here.
Yeah, we have to end it here.
We have to stop it. Goodbye.
Fade to black on Farrell's face.
Fade to black.